Hello everybody, I am Mr. Toad, and we're back. STS's world, basically. So, we're at this was supposed to be Kronk Scrapyard. We have Romeo. We have STS is right there. Richard, which is his model, and Reg, which is Percy Primus Force's model. We have an actual figurine inside that named Malden. He's actually using the control to lift that piece of scrap out of Romeo's truck. So right here we have some scrap model engines. Unfortunately, we can't, physically make actual scrap with other stuff. So this is kind of close to what we can get. So right here we have, I believe that's Henry class, well, the Black 5 class, which made by Percy Primus 4. This is supposed to be the Scruffy from Crafty Fox. Murdoch, who is made by some YouTuber. I don't technically know I think it's Derek the Diesel. I believe it's Derek the Diesel's Murdoch. Then we have Gordon, made by Percy Primus, and then Neville, made by Percy Primus. So now that's happened a little bit. We have the Garrett, Will, Grady, and Corey. Alright. We're up the Kildane to where the Peel Godra line is. And that's my model of Jeffrey. But I'm doing an update version of this because I don't like the boiler. Due to the fact it's really skinny. And my custom made electric diesel, Steve. I might have to find a way to a different way to make this, whatever it's called. So we're just gonna follow these random cords, which are all the power lines, all the way, passing Abby. Passing unfurnished Kurgamakan. And we have Marshall, Kylie, and Alaric. And we have the Coldfield Railway engine sheds. We have Niles, Wilfred, Coldy, Patrick, and Eric. And the coaches, Catherine, Brady, Gabby, and Anna. And then we have Godred again. I'm just showing you all these same characters. They're literally the only characters we have in these. Well, not Liaoning, but we do have more. But all those other characters are just the ones we have so far. So that's Godred as the generator. A map that goes all the way to up to CFR. We have my other electric Jeffrey. This is Jeffrey. Again, not this is a different Jeffrey. Up the stations. Water Percy's cattle truck. Shiloh where Godred the barbecue. The BBQ maker 4000 is. And there's Shane Dooney and Skylar up Skylar Road, and that's how far I think. Yep, that's how far we went. We need to go back to building these. That we're alternating between different things in this world. Alright, that's where I was clone the coach. Custom. Oh, sorry. Alright. Alright. Going back up here. We have to wait for the world to load itself in. Alright. Then we have Killstorm Road, which is under construction at the moment. We have STS's little contraption here. Keep this Enderman in one place. And we have one of my other engines, number 74 Luna. And then two coaches for behind her. Alright, that's in here. So we'll turn back around. Alright. Yeah, the little yard over here. Which we have Billy, chopped off of Wendell and reskinned. We have 3 the Bugs vans, 2 of them regular. This one's literally crossed eyes. The 3 tankers, the Series 1 version troublesome trucks. The Maron. Hey, what's up, Tyson, my show Bailey. I think I already know that emote says, and that's the, the corona virus, the cronies still flowing around. Yeah, I know. So, actually, if you guys don't know who Mr. Edward is, here's his version of Neville. Unfortunately, I'm having trouble seeing black colors. Don't get me wrong. And then Tender. And then Hiroshima. And another Scrap Neville. A Q1 class engine. Alright. Alright. We're gonna try and get rid of this. It's not supposed to be here. Water Percy. Oh, me and STS deal with him. Alright. So this is the Brendam branch that leads to the docks. We have Big Mickey, which is made by Percy Primus. Originally we had Percy Primus's Carly here, but Mr. Edward and redesigned it a new one. So, that's our new Carly. And then we have originals Porter, Murdoch, Salty, and Harvey. Oh yeah, this is the name board that Water Percy built. We have 10 cents made by STS or Salting Studios. I just mainly call them STS. It's short for Celtic Studios. Bullstrode, made by Percy Primus. This world's literally. So, stairs time. Remember this place. This is a little experiment. I don't know what it's actually called. And then we have the end portal, another portal in one room. We have the Ender Dragon Egg. We have the music disc. Alright, that's 13, and this one. Music 11, alright. have the mob spawner. Other safety containable items. I'm not gonna worry what these two are. So we're back with the zombie and husk. Our skeletons and stray. Silverfish. Right. Then we have the drown, the guardian, and what's okay, that's a guardian. Nope. Okay, I can have another one in there. What's this big one called? Elder Guardian. Yeah, so I don't usually do survival in Minecraft. And we have our zombie pigmen. The slime somehow just broke in to the facility. Our ghast. Magma cubes. Where the skeleton. Our blaze. Our Vex. Ender Dragon. Not Ender Dragon, I meant Enderman. What is it? Pillager. Shulker. Our Wither. And gotta be here this time. Again, it's not in here. Alright. Ready to do this. Summon. And they're on the score. Dragon. There we go. And the Ender Dragon. Somehow, the Ender Dragon keeps disappearing right behind me and STS's backs. Next. Where the skeletons are. I don't know what they're doing over there. I'm gonna start breaking through the ceiling. What's this one to do? Yeah. Alright, patch that, like that, patch that. Well, I don't need this. I don't need all this. That. And don't need that either. So, the only 4 things I need is loom, just in case I want to make banners, structure blocks if I want to move something. I don't know how to use the command block, and I can use the barrier, just in case. Well, we're gonna we need to still fill those 2 tracks in. But we already have 1 track available. So here's the Sodor clay pits. And the other end right there goes to the Sodor Search and Rescue Center. So the clay pits. I don't know how he got here for me. Oh yeah, because I was delving around in the containment facilities that he just magically teleported here. Alright, so we have Marion, which is Percy Primus 4's designed. The only problem is face. It's the problem, because the way Percy had it in this tutorial, it was something like this right here. And I know good and well Marion's face doesn't look like that. So I can probably take Marion to the shops or ask Mr. Edward make his own version. So put this back. Normal. So it's Marion the railway steam shovel. Now the only other thing that Percy didn't add to Marion when he was doing the tutorial was this part, the coal bunker. So I had to kindly fix that. That the sign has my name on it. Mr. Tub plays _ YT, which is my username. And then Water Percy, of course. Move the coal hoppers. Well, they're not technically the coal hoppers. They were the hoppers from the Nova Quarry, the quarry that Mavis works on. And that's kind of how far we went with this. And that too. I don't know how he managed to beat me here. Actually, it's alright. He told me he was to be AFK, but somehow just magically teleported himself or moved. So let's see what's going on with our little experiment area in this world. So I need to get rid of those tracks over there. They don't belong in the field. Alright, then we have Edward at Wellsworth. I only put 1 supporter on this Pred bridge. Let's add another one. Alright, let's move this down. Alright. I have good supportage. That's why it doesn't look like it's about to fall. Henry's Tunnel, which we haven't finished the outside parts. Come on. And then we have some scenery out here. And, well, mainly this is supposed to be Percy's. Henry is supposed to be in this tunnel, but guess STS wants to use Crafty Fox's Henry. See. Alright. And we have this right here. Which is STS took his time making on. Alright. Also, he also made a teleportation from go to the station. And then we're back in the tunnel. So let's go to Crosby, which is down here. So not a whole lot. It's made in Crosby. Here's the tracks that leads to Knapford. The other two tracks that go into the middle part of the station. That track back there, what went left, goes to Thomas's branch. This one goes to the other rest of the engines. So we have Derek, which is Mr. Edwards Derek, if you haven't watched this tutorial yet. So this Derek, it turned out good for him. Then we have somehow Thomas is here on the ground. On the sign saying mine. I'm gonna have to get rid of this. And of course fill in the ground because I'm gonna mess it up. Where is it? Eraser. Load. I just made a big roll, which we're gonna fix. Load. Grass. Alright. That's all patched up. We have Jeremy, the jet plane, which Percy Primus came in and built all this. Don't worry about what's that right there. You can taking a guess in your heads. What is that? I already know what it is, but I just want you guys to know. So here's the little arena place that STS and Water Percy do their wars at, and there's another freaking end portal. Let's see. We'll come back to that later. Well, we already have a active end portal, and yeah, there was one in the containment facility, but I'm not using that one. So I'm going to show you all this right here. So here's the Star Tugs. We have 10 cents, Sunshine, Top Hat. Alright. Let's go with the road vehicles. Caroline. Fat Control, or Sir Tom Hat's car, however we want to refer him as. George the Steamroller, Trevor the Traction Engine. So all this is made by Percy Primus. Trevor, well, which Percy did a toy on, it's actually supposed to be made by Crafty. And Terrence, made by Crafty Fox. We took the little black part out because of the CGI Terrence. I think that that black thing on his head's supposed to be a mullet, or what do we call it? Then we have Birdie and Algae. Let's go in the station real fast. Do shoot the other engines. Gordon, Crafty Fox's Gordon. Alfred, my version Alfred, which actually did fix, but never really give you guys an update of what to do about size. Alright, so actually let's just go ahead, get that out of the way. So what do you want to do is, the buffers were originally was put right here. You're gonna space them out. So there's gonna be 3 blocks of red right here, and they're gonna be sticking out to the sides. Now for the smoke box part. Except this little part used to be right here. You're gonna push that back. Or actually no, you know how to push it back. You just have to move the buffer beam up by 1. And then the wheels spacings. This used to be a 1 space between this this leading wheel and the drive wheel. But now I changed it, and now it's 3 blocks of space. Alfred's dome is moved towards the end of this wheel arch and this part of the wheel arch. And for the cab, you're gonna move it up 1, and this part right here used to be the part of the wheel arch, but now it's cut off. So now we just have this right here. So you're gonna move the cab all to the way to this right here, and then we'll have this sticking out now. And then also for the inside, you're gonna add this, which is a 1x3 blocks of black concrete, or well, whatever you guys prefer to use, and then 1x3 of nether brick stairs. Now for the tender, well, originally the tender's still the same as it is, just gonna change the buffers only. That's different about the tender. So yeah. So we have a troublesome box van, or brake van, I don't know what STS called it. And we have Rickety, Pelhay, Scruffy, made by Crafty Fox, Fred, Pelhay, and Rickety are just reskinned versions, I believe, of Scruffy right here. You can tell by this little part of the detail, the little bottom part here, but we moved them because of Alfred. So let's go on with the engines. We have Thomas, Edward, Henry, Crafty's Henry, right here, Percy's Henry, Crafty's Gordon, Percy's Gordon, James, STSSirHandel's Percy, Toby, Duck, Donald and Douglas in Railway Series Blue, Oliver, Diesel, Winston. We've already seen Romeo. Unfortunately, there are 3 copies of Romeo. One being at Kronk, another being here, and the third one over at the experimental area. We have right here Reginald, Colin, made by me. Reggie is made by Percy Primus. Colin, Lily, which made by me, tutorialed on Percy Primus's. Adam, made by me. Marcus, with literally a long funnel and dome. Stepney, Mavis, Daisy, Boko, Ben, and Bill. Well, Bill and Ben. Then we already have Jeffrey, Richard, again made by STSSirHandel, my OC, the old version Alfred, I don't know why I had it in green for, it's kind of like it. So you take a look at this Alfred, comparing with the new one I have at the station. 2 completely different designs. This Alfred I did kind of really like because the turn of size. Alright, and then we have Croven, which I made and never did a tutorial on it yet. Will soon, but that has to wait. Peter, which is made by me. Never did a tutorial on it yet either. Murdoch, again made by Derek the Diesel. Kelsey, which is a reskin of Alfred. Percy Primus 4 is Derek. Victor Tanzik, the YouTuber who does the stories of Sodor. Flying Scotsman with no smoke deflectors because STS wants to like the wooden railway Flying Scotsman where it has no smoke deflectors. If I build Flying Scotsman, in my world I will add the smoke deflectors because he looks cool with those. I do have a Jackmaster of Flying Scotsman as well, and he has smoke deflectors. Tornado, Mickey, the fire and rescue engine from the Stories of Sodor. I don't know why he has that nameplate on him. I just get rid of that. We have Jake, which is a reskin of Romeo. He's all plated black. Just give him this blue stripe thing. I don't know what it's actually is there for. But I know it's just his enemy. Lenny, which is a reskin of Alfred. Eliza, a reskin of Percy. And Joey, which I made and will be tutorialed on due to some minor difficulties, technical difficulties with my counting, I believe, if I had to recheck the tutorial. William, which is a reskin of Chop Shop of Eric here. And this Eric is actually made by Percy Primus. Kate, or possibly known as Lady, but in red. If you haven't seen the Trains a New Era version. I might clone the Kate and make Lady. Eagle, or as referred, Winston. The Garrett again. Benson, the Railway Operating Division engine, which is a reskin of Alfred. Arthur, made by Crafty Fox. What does it say? My friend, he rushes to go ahead and quickly kicks him in the grabs his neck and throws him falling away. He collided with the boulder. Alright, you gotta do whatever you're doing. My job is showing you all this. See every YouTuber that knows me. So, what was I? Oh yeah, this is Wendell, made by Percy Primus. Shane, not Shane Dooney, but Shane, made by STSSirHandel's, but never tutorialed on. Nick the Austerity, which is a reskin of Wilbert in 16. I think basically the Wilbert right here. And I'll also say Lucinda and Mia, because they're kind of the same color as Nick. STSSirHandel's OC, which is a standard gauge version of Sir Handel. I don't know why. Rosie, made by Crafty Fox. Again. Neil, made by Percy Primus. And then Clive and Matt, Akira just reclones of Neil. But Matt over here has the trailing wheel in the back, so that's what's different. And we have Seth, or Mr. Causing Chaos, or known as Northwest Railway Productions. This is OC. Box Hill, the Mallard, which is a reskin of Spencer. 1020, which I believe Toby rescued, and somehow is based off a Caledonian 812, which is Donald and Douglas, plus my OC's class. Travis, which is I believe a reskin of Toby. Spencer. Harvey, which is made by Percy Primus. Salty, made by Crafty Fox. Emily, made by Crafty Fox. I add some detail to Emily because the other one Crafty made, nah, it's graceful. Fergus, made by, I believe, Mr. Scarlowy. Neville, which is Percy Primus 4's Neville. Molly, which is made by me, tutorial on STSSirHandle. So thank him for that. Albert, made by STS. Duchess, which is a reskinned of Derek the Diesel's Murdoch. Bluebell and what's the other one's name? Primrose. Adams. What's this one? No. Cromford. Fenchurch. Captain Baxter. Zombie Engine, which is made by me. Add some detail. BETU 1968, which I believe this the zombie engine is either dead or born from. So we have Wilbert and 16, made by Percy Primus 4. Soto Railway Repair, made by Percy Primus 4 from the Wooden Railway, which I believe that's the only merch that Soto Railway Repair is from. Steven, made by Train Spectre. Lynn, made by Percy Primus 4. Bear, made by Percy Primus 4. And then we'll go all the way to the front again. Ari, made by Crafty Fox. Bert, made by Crafty Fox. And the Ari and Bert just the same, but I added some details. One, it's got to be the nameplates to tell them apart. And well, for Bert, this right here, because he has the smudgy face a little bit. Alright, we have Spam Can, or known as D199. He should have a yellow face though, but just keep it as regular. D261 Bowler, made by Percy Primus 4. Now for D261 and 199 is that they share the same chassis. So I believe I cloned the chassis and put it for D261. We have Paxton, which either was made by Train Spectre, and then Sydney, which I kind of came with my own design for Sydney right here. I give him this stripe, and we don't have anyone else on this track. I should probably start getting built on either Dendart or whatever STS wants me to put here next. We're gonna wait for the world to load. Tyson quickly rushes to his friend. He is a sinew bean. He eats the sinew bean. Mr. Toad, thanks. You're welcome, I guess. I don't know what I did. Alright. And we have Scaloey, well, which we have STSSirHandel's version over there. Rheneas, again STS's. STSSirHandel. Peter Sam had a little problem over here, but here's STS's Peter Sam. And Proteus, which Water Percy added, and he's a reskin of STSSirHandel. The only Proteus I have is the One Railway Proteus, which needs a new battery to activate the lamp, which is really cool. We have Rusty, Duncan, Duke, MSR Stanley, Fred, the Lazy Diesel, Fearless Freddy. So, MSR Stanley is made by STSSirHandel, and so is Fred right here. Fearless Freddy, I believe, was kind of made by STS, but tutorialed on by Percy Primus. Ivo Hugh, made by STS. Bertram, made by, well, which is not made by, but he's a reskinned of Duke, but was tutorialed on Percy Primus's. Smudger, which is a reskin of Rheneas. Jim, which I made but never tutorialed on yet. I will. Jerry, which I made. Tim, the tram engine, which I made. Atlas, which I made tutorialed on Percy Primus. Jennings, reskinned of Rheneas. John, reskinned of Tim. And MSR Albert, which is a reskin of STSSirHandel. And then we have Andreas, which is made by Percy Primus. Mighty Mac, made by Percy Primus. And Luke, made by Percy Primus. So, let's go ahead. I need to get thick. I need to go work on that sometime, off camera. So here's STS's. I don't know what he did over here. But we have Scruffy, which is cloned right here, there, and then a pump trolley truck. One of those pump trucks. Or what do we call them? Then we have two terriers. One's named Southern. I don't know what Lily's class is, so this is W24, W11 for the green terrier. Wagner. We have 3 austerities, Royal Engineer. Now that name should be reserved to a tender engine, if you take my meaning for that. And then Juno. And then we have 2 LMS Ivets. No, this one is number 41298, and the other one is 41313. What are these? Number 2343 and number 4115. And I believe these engines are from Isles of Wight. And I believe these trucks that I believe Water Percy made belong to that place too. Another Scruffy right here. We have 1, 2, 3 Scruffies. We moved Hank right here. And then here's kind of my part of my experiment Apart from this one, that one, that over there. Those are not mine. Here's Jeffrey, the plump Jeffrey. You'll be seen in my world. Here's Luna and Romeo with their tender swapped. And also this is not mine either. Here's Barry. Oh, I forgot to tell you that Barry's right there too. Caden, which I kind of took my time making. Alfred, 98462 version Alfred. And 87546 version Croven. I believe, was this Eagle or Winston? Oh, GWR Oliver, and I believe he's gonna make the red 14XX engine. And then we have GWR Lachlan, which I made. And there's our little play contraption back here. So right here we have an 08 Shunter Diesel, Trojan, a GW Trojan tank engine, saddle tank engine, Amanda, which is a reskinned of Edward, and was only shown in one episode in Victor Tenzig. Timothy, the Ghost engine, Bluebell, no number, and the USA Dock tank. So we have Annie and Clarabelle in the back. Well, Clarabelle in the back right here. Judy, Jerome, which are separated from one another because we don't have enough room to fit both of them. Because Jerome might overlap and his wheels might end up floating on top of the grass right here. Then we have Tim Mr. Sheds, a big white turntable with Peter on it. And this is supposed to be Hannah. She's a reskinned of Henrietta. And we have Elsie, the luggage compartment. And then we have Henrietta, which is made by Percy Primus. Toad, made by Crafty Fox. Dulcie Isabel, which is our custom models. Oliver, Toby, the tram engine, well, with the blue, the blue cow catch about side plates. And we have Hultra, when there's Lachlan, again. Another portal, which I'm not going to go in there. We have Madge, which is made by STS, never tutorialed on yet. Crafty Fox, skip Madge. I'm upset about that, because Madge is one of those characters who should be known. The little engines are not kind of like the same without Madge. Like how in the... thanks. These are half of my content, half of my cross-platform friend, Saltake Studios, and two others. Well, and one more, which makes, I believe, 5 of us. Alright, so we have Sigrid, which is made by me, not tutorial yet. We have the rolling stocks, like the ballast wagons, and opened and closed top coaches. We have the trucks are ready to be pulled into under the chute, which I pulled. Well, I don't know why this one's already filled up. Well, this the hole is right here, which Mike, made by Percy Primus, is here for. And then we have Pug, which is a reskinned and chop shop of Bill and Ben. And Ginty, which is my version of Ginty, tutorialed on by Percy Primus. And then we have Frank, made by Water Percy. Blister 2-in-1, made by me, not tutorialed yet. Jock, Rex, and Bert, made by Percy Primus. Then we go up the little miniature line. Mainly, miniature railway will have one track, and the double track is for the other engines, the park, to have the others pass through. So we're here at Bridge Street with Mr. Fergus Duncan, which he's the controller of the miniature railway. And then here's Fargo Road, which is only this ticket booth I made. Alright, now the track snapped to 1. And then we're going to approach Marthwaite, which we have Dale, the old coach, and then the old steam mill, which is inspired by Well Nor'Wester. In the episode, sort of the modern years, storm damage, and probably some other episodes, but the old steam mill was featured in. So we have Atlas in here. I might probably clone Atlas. Well, I already did clone Atlas before, just to put him in here. But I'm gonna do some reskins on an Atlas. Like his, apart from that one, he's already in. We'll do his tramway version and the Scalaway Railway Atlas, which is he's bought and restored, thanks to Mr. Percival. So we're at Marthwaite, I believe, Water Percy, rest of XDR. Love it. Now, a thing you haven't noticed, I've shown you before on past streams. Water Percy withstood the station for Maithwaite, which Maithwaite is a standard gauge station. We're gonna go onto this bridge. We're gonna reach Allsdale Green, and then keep continuing, and then we'd approach Arlesdale Station, and then dead end that siding. And we have the turntable here, which turns you around and you go back the way you came from. So moving on to the rest of the Little Western line. Just walking. Now these are long tracks that took us time. Crossing of the crossing. Now, I don't know why all this is here, because I didn't possibly put that there, because I was working with all the engines. And these tracks, Napton 2, now that naps to 1. And then we'll approach Harwick Station, which we have, what is this? The first class coach line, number 1 brake van, and the first class coach special lines number 1. Then we have Ryan, made by Crafty Fox, Skiff made by Percy Primus, Daisy right here, made by Crafty Fox. Now we did have signals just up here, which I took them down because we're using Mr. Edwards' signals. So we're gonna approach the Harwick line. That's I think that's supposed to be this other half of the Augsburg West. Well, not West, but Augsburg shunting yard. And here's the shunting yard itself, still in work in progress. For a second there, I thought STS was following me. Alright, let's teleport to STS all the way over here. Hi. Alright, so we're not done with this little tour yet. If you guys haven't known, Percy Primus 4 is no longer doing tutorials. Though, well, the redo of Bulstrode, which you have to redo because his counting horrible in the last one. Okay. Goes to the tunnel through the magical teleport machine. Let me figure out what Twitch account I'm signed into for this. Probably one day I'll use Twitch. Well, I'm not quitting YouTube if you guys heard me. But sometime in the future I'm gonna be mostly on GTA on a roleplay server once I hit the age of 18. Right now I'm 17. But I do help out with the Thomas stuff, surprisingly. So we have Dryall Station, which is, they believe, the first station on Thomas's branch. Toy Wreck. Ellsbridge. That leads to a sighting. We do have a crossover track. Hackenback. That track back here leads to lead mines, which again, where Thomas fell. If you haven't watched the episode Down the Mine. Fargor. Can you restore 3? I could, but I really want to do this tour. I'll read it while doing the tour at the same time. So what did I stop that? That's a lot. Alright. Situation. Go ahead and you and me can take this on. Guy, Goku. Yeah, let's go, Tyson. How am I going to get out of the situation? Which I posted earlier. Gohan, ha 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 ha. Goku, ha ha. Tyson, what the? Super Saiyan is my full power. Super Saiyan 2 Goku. Can't handle this power. Tyson, I'm in shock. And this is a Nova Quarry, which we have 2 Ferguses, which are made by Order Percy, Mavis, and then this lonely troublesome truck. The reason why I said lonely for this truck, because he's the only truck on this branch. Alright. So that Goku punches Tyson. Tyson gets hit. Gohan dance to STSSirHandel. Goku kicks me and I got hit in the distance. Gohan was standing on the rock with his arm folded. Mr. Toad, which is me. I got to help my friend. He rushes to Gohan quickly kicks him and grabs his neck and throws him fall away. He collided with the boulder. I think I already read that before. Tyson quickly rushes to his friend. He is a senzu bean. He eats the senzu beans. Mr. Toad, thanks. Alright, Goku, I don't know how to say that one name. It's next to it. Tyson protects his friend. Attack strikes Tyson. Tyson is protecting his friend. Said Gohan. Mr. Toad, you saved me. Tyson. Well, he meant to say Tyson falls down, which a mistake, which is okay. And then and then you tell me to read the story, which I did. Alright. Good thing you put but some names I can't really pronounce. I'm sorry though, but I don't usually watch what was it? I believe Dragon Ball Z or something like that. I heard about it. I don't really watch it that much. So I'm sorry if I misunderstood some parts. Alright, so we just STS move. So let's see, where's my... Alright. Stop moving. Hey, turn around. STS, turn around. No? Okay. Alright. What should we start working on? Marion right there. We need to add Marion's name onto her. I would get Mr. Edward in here to do another improvement. Because he already improved. Well, let's see. Derek, Neville, Carly. Who else? There was Derek, Neville, Carly. Shima was, I think, STS's. I'm trying to figure out. I believe he really improved 3 characters so far. So yeah. Oh, my phone's about to die. So, you charging that right now? So, let's see what he wants us to do. Let's break this block. I'm gonna use fill command. Eight, 23, 3, 3, 9, and what is this part gonna be? Alright. 8, 3, 7, actually negative 8, 3, 7, 3, 1, 6, 3. Alright, now to use my fill command. So that's negative 8, 23, 3, 339, 8, 3, 7, 3, 1, 6, 3. And that's going to be filled with clay. Alright. Well, since I'm kind of growing up, I'll still be doing Thomas, even though that's what they say is babyish, but I don't care. Thomas has been my... Isn't there a yarn near here? Like... So Thomas has been my thing ever since I was a kid. Well, I'm a teenager. About to be an adult. In October. So I don't want to let anyone down if I want to build an engine or not. Look at the pic of it. Alright. Alright. see, Discord. Where's me? Yeah. There is one. Yeah, there is. Alright. Might have to start diagramming. When Goku checks on Mr. Toad. Alright. Let's see what I can do. These. So I want this track. Alright, track. -64. And that's gonna touch the grass out there because we haven't. Oh. Start shaving. Cause I'm growing a beard and that's bothering me right now. With the beard. Well, with facial hair growing onto me. Alright. Let's see. Phone. Alright. Let's see now. Alright, one track breaks off going to all the pit tunnels. This one also goes to a pit tunnel. This one goes to another pit tunnel. And one track breaks off to 3 sidings. Alright, let's see. How about we start right here for the other track? Alright, so yeah, you can see me working action, trying to get this thing done. It might take me some time because I'm literally the only one working. Well, this one should be helping too. Well, he's a mobile player, so I won't blame him. I do have a mobile, well, which is my iPhone, and I do have Minecraft. Now I'm able to join him, or with oh, that track has to extend to fit 2 more. So I'm putting all this stress into me back. Alright, so which track do I want to start on first? This one, and probably this one could wait. Let's see now. Besides, I don't think I do. This weird spirit that is bothering me. Alright. So, now it's STS AFK, and I'm literally doing the work. Oh, never mind, he's moving. He just... I might have to rename the... I retitled the name of the stream to Minecraft STSSirHandel's world because this is world. Okay. That's his world. What was I about to say next? He got me distracted. Oh yeah, this name. I might name it the stream STSSirHandel's world. Doing a tour. Well, somebody did a couple tours on previous streams, just because we're adding new characters in to the world. In new places, like the clay pits for starters. And then we have Luna. Luna's my engine. She's based off Edward's class. Which is the Furnace K2. And she's visually from another TV show. And Romeo's kind of the same TV show that Luna's in. And he's based off a Class 28, half of a Caledonian 812 because of Tender. So yeah. So my end the stream right here. So thank you, Tyson, my show Bailey, and I believe who was the other one? Let's see what your name is. The other person who was... Oh. Well, I can't see the name now. I might rewind the stream a little bit. So... I believe when I was on this... Alright, Noble Society. Thank you for also joining. So Tyson, Michael Bailey, and Noble Society for joining in my stream. So make sure you subscribe and click the notification bell. Subscribe to Mr. NG Rusty, STSSirHandel, Percy Primus 4, Northwest Doorway Productions, which he's unavailable, Crafty Fox, the the creator of the engines, such as Thomas, Edward, etc. And Cameron Gaming, which I don't really, well, he just asked us to be in the thing, so yeah, subscribe to him as well. Give these guys the best love and support. Also, another thing for Percy Primus, again, he ain't doing the tutorials. The last one he stopped was Reg. Well, mainly Bullstrode was the last one because he has to do that redo of his. So, if you want, you can either request STS over here, myself. Except I only do the characters, such as Alfred and Croven, who are mainly trained in Era's character. Okay, good to know. But the stream's ending though, my friend, so yeah. Yeah, please subscribe. You can request me, STS, Mr. Edward. Who else? I don't think Train Spectre does tutorials. Oh yes, Mr. Mindblocks. We haven't used one of his models yet. We will soon, because he has a Merlin that I really want to build. So yeah, I'll request him as well, if he's still available for tutorials. Alright, thank you for tuning in, Tyson, and I'll see y'all next time.